Guys, the entire crypto market is pumping yet again. It is going absolutely crazy right now, with Bitcoin shooting up to $27,000 on some exchanges. Even here, over on Binance, you can see that Bitcoin just hit a high of $27,064. The rest of the crypto market is also doing very well. Take a look at Ethereum, for example. It has also started to break out, go absolutely crazy. And even though it has not crossed the barrier of a couple of days ago at almost $1,800, it is on the run. It is going crazy. And this is going to be very interesting to watch. Anyway, depending on where we close today, this could be the official day that Bitcoin has a close above the 200 weekly moving average. And honestly, guys, I think for the most part, it is what we expected. We have the FOMC meeting coming up very shortly here. And obviously, that is going to be insanely important after all the banking information that's come out, because the entire banking system, it's basically collapsing. That's the simple way to put it. Now, on March 21st and 22nd, we'll have the second FOMC meeting of this year, and the expectation around the entire world here is that this is going to be one of the most important FOMC meetings to date. Now, if history showcases something, a little while ago, right, over on the 14th here, I believe was the day of the inflation numbers that Bitcoin shot up this high. If, again, history is our teacher, it could very well be the case that over the next couple of days, Bitcoin is just going to keep zooting up, which will also make all these altcoins zoot up in preparation for the FOMC meeting, as again, it just might be a very bullish announcement because things are not recovering as fast as many would have expected. There's a couple other things happening though in the background right now. If you had told me 12 months ago that FTX would collapse, Luna would go to zero, Three Arrows Capital, BlockFi, and Celsius would implode, that USDC would depeg from $1, that interest rates would go crazy, that major banks would actually collapse, that the SEC would attack crypto, which we're going to talk about in just a second, and Bitcoin would still be above 24,000, I wouldn't have believed you. And I have something to say about that. It's about this specific part. Because if you look at this little list, I'd say that a couple of these parts were very bearish for Bitcoin, which would kind of be, strange to assume if this all happened, that Bitcoin would still not just be at like $7,000, people struggling for their money. However, these latter parts, interest rates being crazy high, inflation being crazy, major banks collapsing, and the SEC not really being happy with the takeover, not being happy with this intrusive, or I don't know the right word for right now, but like very scary might be the best way to put it. Technology that's literally taken over. All of those are actually extremely bullish for the price. And so CZ, the CEO of Binance, also came in to say, I know, I would have expected way higher, lol, not financial advice. And honestly, looking at the most recent announcements, like everything in regards to the banking system and FDIC and everything, it really makes sense now that all these things are coming out, all these banks are crashing, that Bitcoin and the crypto space is going up. Satoshi Stacko, one of my friends, said, Reuters reports that a part of the FDIC's conditions, the insurance, conditions for potential buyers of Signature Bank is that they must agree to give up all of the crypto business there. And we also have been seeing more and more reports that the US congressman says Biden's administration is weaponizing all this market chaos, again, combined with what we've just read, to just shut down crypto and basically lock us all out. Again, guys, the economy is not in the best of positions. The US banks borrowed $165 billion freaking dollars from the Federal Reserve over the past week, a new record. And again, guys, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later as well, but the narrative that Bitcoin and Ethereum are somehow superior has been a manufacturer paid for, and everything Ripple has been through was because of the superiority of XRP. I'm not trying to say that XRP is the best of the best. What I'm trying to say here is that to a certain degree, every single crypto, every single thought from these bankers is basically an entire manipulation scheme. If you really start looking at the depths of it, there's no banker that's really happy with crypto doing well, and vice versa. The cryptocurrency space apparently does extremely well when the banks don't do it. Anyways, before we move on, guys, we still, by the way, have our long position open that we opened at $21.7 thousand. I've been telling you guys there's two major regions to look at to buy Bitcoin, 21.7 and this $20,000 level. Hopefully you are buying at both because I've been screaming it in the videos. If you're looking for a place to trade, however, make sure you check out the links down below to Bybit. It's the exchange that I use most of the time, and there are thousands of dollars worth of bonuses that you can get for free. So make sure you check out the link down below for that. And also get back to the point of what I was saying earlier. You have to watch out for what's happening later this week. Officially next week, I know, but it's basically within the next 7 days, so I call it this week. Because of the severity of the event, I'll also be trying to live stream it if I'm not on the plane. Because again, guys, I'm going to be trading crypto. Right now, what I've told you is very important. Right now, the major region that we're watching is this 200 weekly moving average, is this little yellow line right here. The moment we cross above it right now, we've done it already, but we close in comparison to what we saw on the 14th, with just a wick above, but no proper close. Like, it depends on where we end today off, but that could be so extremely bullish, and it will probably lead to an easy push all the way towards about $28.5 thousand on the very short term. But that would also mean that right now your chances of buying cheap Bitcoin are officially over at this point, and it honestly feels as, again, if we close above this 200 weekly moving average, that the bull market is back. I am not exaggerating. This feels like the bull market at that point. You have to understand how long it's been since we've really crossed this level with some proper confirmation. If you want to make it extra strong, by the way, you have to wait one more day for the next candle to also be green, because in the past, we've actually crossed above it a couple times with the close, whereas the next day it came right back down. If we now get two green candles in a row, it's something we have not seen in such a ridiculously long amount of time. It's been below this level since June of last year. Yeah, basically everything is going crazy. It's just going to be bananas. So I'd say, if you're wondering what's going on and basically what will happen next, it's all going to depend on the FOMC meeting shortly, and all about the FOMO and anticipation that people give it in the very short term. As I said, guys, we have broken out. We're going absolutely crazy. But remember, just because it's going up now doesn't mean it's going to go up forever. And it's all because of some very strange things happening all over in the market. So understand the volatility behind this all. But that also means if you're trading this, there's a crazy amount of money to be made. And especially the FOMC meeting here is going to probably be some crazy volatility for crypto. It could literally be moving thousands of dollars on the Bitcoin price that day. So get prepared, get going. And again, there'll be a link to Bybit in the description down below. Last but not least, there's also a couple other important data pieces on the 22nd, like for example, the inflation in the UK that is actually coming out. But in regards to the FOMC meeting / the interest rate decision, the expectation is an increase of 0.25% from 4.75 to 5%. Just wanted to quickly make that clear. And usually about half an hour after the decision is made public, they're also explaining that decision and explaining their projections basically. So also make sure you stay tuned for that. But again, I'm going to be trying to live stream this for all of you guys to enjoy. So see you guys in a couple of days, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel to not miss out on this, because it's going to be crazy.